Hi. So our goal today in this lesson is to understand adding integers. In this first part of the lesson, first thing that I want to talk to you about is going back to our idea of opposites. We learned that on a number line, opposite numbers are the same number but on opposite sides of 0. We're going to add to that a little bit today. So here I have marked -3 and 3. -3 and 3 are opposites. Opposites create what we call a zero pair. Let's take a look at some other examples. -1 and 1 equal 0. -4 and 4 also equal 0, as do -7 and 7, -101, and +101. You get the idea. Opposite numbers create a zero pair. There's a vocabulary word that you need to know regarding zero pairs. The sum, or remember sum refers to addition and answer in an addition problem. The sum of two opposites equals 0. Another way to look at that is an equal number of positives and equal number of negatives will always equal 0. This is called the additive inverse. If you think of something inverted, it's turned upside down, it's the opposite. So when you add the opposite, you are going to always get 0. Here's a fun little picture for you. I have 3 ice creams. My 3 ice creams melt. I have no more ice cream. 0. When we specifically look at adding integers, way back in elementary school, you learned how to add positive integers. Here's some simple examples. 1 + 2 = 3. 2 + 2 = 4. As you got older, you added some bigger positive integers. 205 + 25 = 230. Pretty straightforward. It's not too different when we talk about negative integers. -1 and -2 give me -3. -2 and -2 give me -4. -205 and -25 give me a -230. Pretty straightforward. So adding positive integers and adding negative integers, not too complicated. When you're adding the same sign, you just add and keep. And that means keep the same sign. So same sign, you just add and keep. 7 + 3 is 10. Both of these are positive, so I kept positive. -4 and -4. 4 + 4 is 8, and I'm keeping the negative sign. Negative, so negative answer. But watch what happens with these examples. Notice that all of these examples have different signs. 7 and a -2. -3 and 1. -4 and 6. Now notice that whenever I see this plus sign, this addition sign, I'm using the word and I'm doing that for a reason. This is going to help me when it comes to solving addition and subtraction integer problems. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of tell myself a story when I'm adding these integers. If I start with $7 in my purse, well, that's positive, and then I spend $2, I'm going to have $5 in my purse. So 7 plus -2, 7 and -2 is 5. -3 and 1. I owe you $3. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I owe you $3 and I pay you $1. +1, so I pay you $1. I still owe you $2. So -3 and 1 is a -2. In this case, I owe you $4 and I give you $6. You've just made $2 from lending me money. -4 and 6 equals 2. In this case, you'll notice this isn't as straightforward. The story helps, but let's take a look at the rule when we have different signs. When adding different signs, you're going to subtract and use the farthest numbers sign. What in the world does that mean? Let's take a look. -10 and 6. Well, the first thing I notice is I have different signs. I have a negative and I have a positive. So I'm going to subtract. 10, the difference between 10 and 6 is 4. Now, to determine whether my answer is a +4 or -4, I'm going to look at my problem and I'm going to choose the sign of the number that is the farthest away from 0. -10, +6. On a number line, 10 would be farther away from 0. So 10 would be considered my farthest number. It's negative, so my sum ends up being negative as well. -5 plus 1. Different signs find the difference. Well, the difference between 5 and 1, 5 minus 1 is 4. Again, looking at my two numbers, 5 is going to be a greater distance away from 0. It's farther away. It's negative, so my answer will also be negative. Last, I have 100 and -90. Again, I'm noticing that I have different signs, positive and a negative. When adding different signs, I'm going to subtract. So the difference between 100 and 90 is 10. Then I'm going to look at which number is farther away from 0. Well, 100 is farther away. It's positive, so my answer is going to stay positive. We're going to do some practice problems in group, and I have a little song for you to help you remember the rules. I know, lucky you.